Hello students, once again welcome back to in this lecture. Now we will learn the continuation part of chapter number 3 tides. Now what are the types of tides? As the timing of the tide varies every day, the range of a tide also keeps on changing. Generally, the highest high tide occurs on full moon and new moon days, whereas on the days of the first and the third quarter, the high tide is at its minimum. Now, there are two types of tides, spring tide and neap tides. So, let us discuss what is spring tide. On new moon and full moon days, the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon act in the same direction. Due to this, the total pull increases. Hence, the tide on these days is much higher than the average high tide. This is known as spring tide. As the bulge at the high tide is greater, the water at low tide recedes much more. The water level during spring tide is higher than the average high tides and lower than the average low. Now, what is neap tide? While revolving around the earth, the moon makes a right angle with respect to the earth and the sun twice a month. This position occur on the first and the third quarter of each month. On both these days, the forces of both the sun and the moon operate at right angles on the earth. At the places where the sun causes high tide, the gravitational pull of the moon, which is at right angles, also act on the sea water. Due to such conditions, the water level rise is less than the usual at the time of high tide. Similarly, fall in water level is less than usual at the time of low tide. This is because the attraction of the sun and the moon are not complementary but at right angles to each other. Such tides are called neap tide. Neap tides are a little lower than the average high tides and a little higher than the average low tides. Now, what are the effects of tides? First one, with the high tide, fish move into the creek and this help fishing activity. Second, the tides clear the waste and hence the coast become clean. Third, ports do not get filled with sediments. Fourth, ships can move up to the port during high tide. Then fifth one, during high tide, sea water can be stored in salt pans from which salt can be obtained. Sixth one, the tidal force can be used to generate electricity. Seventh one, a lack of an understanding of the timings of high tide and low tides may cause accidents to swimmers entering the sea. Eighth one, the tides help in maintaining the mangrove and the coastal biodiversity. The sea water moves up and down or slightly forward and backward due to the waves. The waves bring the energy contained in them to the coast. They break in the shallow waters near the coast. Large or small waves are formed continuously at the surface of the sea. Generation of waves is a natural and regularly occurring phenomena too. What is amplitude of a wave? Amplitude means the maximum displacement or distance moved by a point on a vibrating body or wave, measured from its equilibrium position. It is equal to one half the length of the vibration path. Suppose if we stand at the coast, we feel the waves are coming towards the coast. If a floating object is thrown at a distance in the sea, we find the object moving up and down at the same place. It does not come to the coast. It means the water forming the wave also does not come to the coast. Remember that the water in the wave does not move. What moves is the energy. So let us discuss the structure of the waves. Now what is structure of the waves? The sea water get pushed up and down because of the wind. The raised up portion of a wave is called crest and the depressed one is called trough. If a strong wind is blowing in one direction, large waves are generated. The vertical distance between a crest and the following trough is called the amplitude of the wave, whereas the distance between two successive crests or trough is called wavelength. The wavelength, its amplitude and its velocity depends on the velocity of the wind.